Hey guys, Jeremiah Hales from Empower Physical Therapy and Golf Fitness. Today we're going to talk about 2 exercises you can do at home to increase hand speed. And a lot of you may know this already, but some of you might not. Hand speed is part of what we call the kinematic sequence, and it's the third stage of the kinematic sequence. The first stage is ground force, which we talk about a lot. The second stage is torso rotation and side bend. Titleist calls that the rock and roll, and that's really important for generating speed. The third phase is hand speed, and then the fourth phase is club head release and speed. So we're going to give you 2 exercises to do today at home to work on hand speed and hopefully not break any walls by throwing things, which we do at Empower all the time, but our gym is set up to throw things. At home, I'm just going to make the assumption that you don't have the capability to actually throw anything. So we're going to work on a couple of drills that you can do without actually throwing something at home, but you can also work on increasing that hand speed that we talk about. Okay, so you're going to need a few props to work through these drills properly, and there are 3 positions to work through. So I always encourage people to find a mat, because the first position is kneeling, the second position is standing, and the third position requires a little bit of coordination, lower body coordination and timing. And also a few different types of balls at home and a gym sock. So we're going to be covering the concept of overspeed and underspeed training. When you're throwing a heavier object, or simulated throwing, which is what we're really going to be doing, is a simulated throw. When you simulate a throw with a heavier object, that's called underspeed training. Okay. Now, the opposite of that is simulated throwing with something very light, and we're going to use a sock to demonstrate that. So when you're simulating a throw with something very light, you're going to be over speed training. Okay. Now, we're not concerned with accuracy and technique because we're trying to build speed. So when you're doing these drills, I want you to simulate this throw as hard as you can. Okay, I'm on my mat, I'm kneeling on both knees, and I'm standing perpendicular to my target, which is you, the viewer. I'm going to grab the proper technique here is to go with the heaviest object first. And we're going to do 2 or 3 throws with our dominant arm, and then we're going to switch sides to our non-dominant arm. And that pattern is going to stay true throughout each phase of this throwing exercise. So I'm going to start with just 2 simulated throws. I'm going to grab a 2-pound yoga ball or Pilates ball. You can find these online. I'm going to hold this in a nice full grip. I'm going to take it back and I'm going to throw it as hard as I can towards the camera. Now I'm going to take that arm back, load, and then I'm going to throw and try to get into that lead leg. Then I'm going to turn around immediately. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the non-dominant arm. It's really important to train that dominant side to help you develop the strength and coordination to develop more speed on your dominant side. So really helping to push that trail arm faster. So here we go with the non-dominant side. Feel free to laugh. You'll hear and throw. And I'm naturally a right-handed guy, so it feels really awkward to throw those 2 throws on that left side, and that's okay because we're not worried about accuracy, we're just worried about producing speed. So I'm going to drop that 2-pound ball. Now we're going to go to a little bit lighter ball. I've got a lacrosse ball here. So now we're going to do 2 throws again, as hard as I can. I can hear my arm whipping through. I'm going to immediately turn around. I'm going to go to that trail side, throw, okay? I'm going to go all the way through. My next ball is a wiffle ball. I'm going to skip that one for this video, keeping it a little shorter. I'm going to go to the sock. So I'm going to hold the sock between my fingers. I'm not going to hold it like this. I'm going to hold it between my middle and ring finger. And I'm going to take it back. I'm just going to whip it through as hard as I can. And I lost my mic, sorry. But we're going to do that. We're going to do that on both sides as well. So here's the last one. Bring it back, throw, bring it back. All right, so now we're going to move into the second phase, which is standing. And you're going to stand sideways. Much like I was kneeling sideways, you're going to stand sideways. And I'm not going to go through each ball this time, but I want to do is just show you the standing position so that you can go through this process on your own and in your own time. So I'm gonna do the wiffle ball this time. I'm going to hold the wiffle ball. I'm going to load back, and I'm going to throw as hard as I can, okay? Load back, throw. I'm going to switch sides. Load back, throw. Load back, throw. Hard as I can. Now, the final phase of this is a little bit of leg work. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of a shuffle in. I'm gonna go right leg crossover in front, left leg step to the side, right leg crosses behind, go into the throwing position and throw, okay? Let's try that in real time. It's gonna look something like this. Right foot in front, side, back, throw, hard as I can. Okay, let's try that again. A little faster with the leg work. So we're gonna go front, side, back, throw, hard as I can. You can do that on left side too. So I'm gonna go left foot in front this time, left, side, back, throw, hard as I can. Do it again, left, side, back, throw, hard as I can. Now, I want you to work on going through that rotation. Remember, it's 2 knees down, stand sideways, and then we do that little shuffle step, building that timing, working on developing that hand speed. You can work on this up to 6 days a week. Now, we have to get into this conversation with repetition. It's literally just I like just 2 moves for each one of those. And if you think about it, in each position, you end up doing quite a few reps. So, take your time. If you have a history of shoulder pain or elbow pain, do fewer reps and work through it. If you have any questions, let us know.